on security situation in the country, says Senate should join force with the House of Representatives on the invitation of President Muhammadu Buhari to the National Assembly to deliberate on the way forward. The Senate thereafter resolved to resume plenary next Wednesday with the invitation of the Inspector General of Police to brief the lawmakers on the security situation in the country, as well as the detention of Dino Melaye. Chuka Odita, CoreTV News, Abuja.
As responsible leaders in the society, politicians have been enjoined to refocus, think and work for the next generation rather than the next election. This was the submission of members of the African Students' Parliament in Osogbo, Osun State capital. Our correspondent Rashid has more details.
Leader of the parliament, represented by the clerk Ajay Frimpong, stressed the need for youth to take their future into their hands, saying it was high time that the youth fought and attained positions of responsibility and leadership.
Leadership is not for you, it is for you and the people that put you there. So I want to encourage the African leaders to start emulating our founding fathers, to be selfless, to be dedicated to national services.
Politicians should move from the realm of being politicians, thinking about the next election. They should now move to the position of being a leader. When you're a leader, you think about your people first.
The award recipient thanked the Students' Parliament for counting him worthy, promising to make struggle in making youth the center point of every policy.
I will challenge everyone, especially youth, to step forward and act upon their dream and aspire either for political, educational, technological, entrepreneurship, leadership, vision, planning, passion, and action is the way to build our societies, country, and continent.
The Parliament, which is the apex body of Students' Union in Africa, is known for working to promote Africanism, which is centered around development of Africans. Rashid, CoreTV News, Osogbo.
Southwest People's Democratic Party says its internal democracy is currently being strengthened to reposition the party and its structure for an overwhelming victory for the party, as well as wrestle power from the All Progressives Congress led government in 2019. The Southwest chairman of the party, Eddie Olafeso, who spoke on behalf of the party, made the declaration in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital. Our correspondent Michael Adesanya reports is packaged from our studios.
6 chairpersons of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the Southwest converged on Abeokuta to discuss how to reposition the party for next year's election. In his charge to the party leaders present, Southwest Chairman Eddie Olafeso urged members of the party to shun selfish interests and work in unity that will position the PDP in limelight. On his part, Deputy National Chairman of the PDP challenged members of the party to continue to build confidence in themselves towards ensuring the party is ready to take over governance.
Era of the Southwest being the major discussion in negative discussion in Wadata is gone, because we can speak to ourselves and we can begin to resolve issues. We can begin to confront the challenges that the APC government has inflicted on the Nigerian people.
And we have to move with the trend of the changes in the party. One, let us try to love ourselves, and let us try to build confidence in our ability to perform. We can perform, we can move mountains.
While urging the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to stick to its statutory responsibility, the party also rejected the alleged meddling in its internal affairs, saying that Sikirulai Ogundele-led state executive is the authentic leadership of the party in Ogun State, recognized by the party.
We abhor INEC's interference in the affairs of our party, and thus declare this attitude as interloping and overbearing.
Going forward, the Southwest PDP says it will be holding a mega rally in Osogbo, Osun State capital, to drum support for the party in the build-up to the governorship election in that state.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has released timetable for the September 22nd governorship election in Osun State. In his meeting with journalists in the state, the state resident electoral commissioner Segun Agbaje said political campaign will commence on the 24th of June 2018. Agbaja said conduct of party primaries, including resolutions of disputes arising from the primaries, will hold between 24th of June and 23rd of July. Other publication of the final list of nominated candidates will be done on the 23rd of August, while assuring permanent voters registers card will be issued to those that participated in the recently conducted registration.
We intend to build on the services already recorded and reach out extensively to all stakeholders through our voter education / enlightenment platforms, so as to ensure that we all are on the same page in our collective efforts to attain a successful governorship election in this state. We expect that the election is not only going to be free, it will also be fair and credible and generally acceptable. We have demanded to provide a level playing ground for all players, and we expect in return the cooperation of all core stakeholders.
You're still watching CoreTV News on the hour. We'll take a break now, but back with news from outside Nigeria. Join us again.
To give you updates on legal matters, when they happen and where they are happening. Going extra miles to get reactions from the parties, even when they're not in the mood to speak.
No comment. Talk to my lawyer.
Welcome back on the news from outside Nigeria now. Kim Jong-un has pledged a new history in relations with the neighbor as he becomes the first North Korean leader to set foot in South Korea since the end of Korean War in 1953. In a moment rich with a symbolism and pomp, South Korean leader Moon Jae-in and Kim shook hands in at the border. Kim says it is the starting point for peace after crossing the military line that divides the peninsula. It comes just months after war-like rhetorics from North Korea. Much of what the summit will focus on is being agreed in advance, but many analysts remain skeptical about North apparent enthusiasm for engagement. And U.S. comedian Bill Cosby has been found guilty of 3 counts of sexual assault, each of which carries a potential 10 years in prison. The 80-year-old actor has been on trial for drugging and assaulting ex-basketball player Andre Costin in 2004. The judge ruled that Cosby, the first major black actor on primetime TV, will remain out of jail until he's sentenced. He unleashed and filed rants after his verdict, and prosecutors argued that he should be denied bail. It is the second time the actor had stood trial for the allegations after an early jury filed to reach a verdict in June 2017. And that's it on CoreTV News on the hour. And thanks for watching. I'm Emmanuel Ajayi.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will free give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
The president felt so happy and excited that because of this reunion and because of this unity in the party, he will now consider and also accept the recommendation or the appeals by several members of the society, the party, and everybody that he contest this election. And she accepted that he's going to contest. He's going to contest again as the for the position of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, is seeking to recontest in 2019 general elections. Well, this one is generating reactions from Nigerians. It's another episode of your dining program, The People. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. On the streets, feeling the pulse of Nigerians on topical matters. This time around, we're looking at the decision of President Muhammadu Buhari to contest the 2019 elections. And what are Nigerians saying concerning this one? Let's hear the streets to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. See you more on the streets.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
Really? Tell me more.
Well, I know people are going through a lot of things, but I think he's doing a good job on the ground.
Tell me some of those jobs that the president is doing.
The APC are really working, judging from Governor Ambode. I like what is happening in Lagos. And I feel the fact that he's exposing all the looters, it's brought so much awareness, for us to know what's actually going on. But for me, we actually need, Nigeria needs someone that will really be able to do that job. And I think he's trying his best. We might not see it now. It's in embryo, but I feel it. And I think it's a good thing. If he's contesting, if he wants to come back, I'm game. It's all good.
You have your PVC?
Yes.
So you're going to vote for him?
Of course I will.
He's the present president of the country. And unfortunately, no matter how we vote during the election in Nigeria, your vote does not count. You understand? So the power of incumbency is there, and they have the power to themselves. You understand? As Christians, all we continue to do is praying to God and trusting God. That's what we're doing. I believe that everyone is expected to go for their PVC and during the next election to vote for their candidate of their choice. People that we know that will really work.
What I feel is it's about people and it's about what he has done during his first term. He hasn't done so well.
Really?
Yes, he hasn't done so well because so many things that he has done, people are against it. And it's not in favor of the people, which is not supposed to be. It's first time any president is supposed to be for the people and not doing against the welfare of the people. So that's what I feel is just that he shouldn't just try to contest for the second time because his health is not even worth it.
I think he himself will pray that God should give him the wisdom to rule. And God should give him the understanding to rule this country. Because the most important thing that we need in this country that President needs to look on is about drugs. People are dying in drugs. And drugs are wasting people in this country. So government should look about this drug, and I think they should do something about that drug and make sure the drug stops. Because people are wasting in this country, and people are suffering. People are wasting, no job, no accommodation. So I will plead the government to look into this issue and do something about it.
I would advise him to listen to the first clarion call made by former President Obasanjo, because anyone who Obasanjo signals a warning to, you should know that there's fire on the mountain. And we need a younger president. I wish someone could just come from anywhere, be it any party, be it PDP or APC. Because even the opposition party is not of my support as well. So we need someone younger. I mean, I think it's getting late, but it's not for me. As for me, it's not late. So Buhari should not even think about it, because Nigerians will rise, just like the first incumbent president was defeated. The same thing happened in 2019.
Why must we keep listening to Obasanjo?
Because he's a man I admire. He's my role model. Because he's a man I admire so much. He has this kind of, even at his old age, he's a kind of person that is decisive. This one is not decisive. We have so many issues. We have the Martin Luther King issue of First Award. We have so many scams coming back to back, rolling in. It shows he's not capable enough to do all these things. So, as far as I'm concerned, Obasanjo is far, far, far better. Way better than him. And I'm not wishing he should also go, because he's also old. So we need someone younger to do Joe, thank you.
Him having a choice of saying he wants to recontest. By and large, the economy is not so. It's not so good. As in the economy, what he said he was going to do, he has done his part. But up till now, we are not seeing positive impact on what he has done. As in effect, the effect is not directly felt by us. But notwithstanding, saying that he wants to contest, maybe he has learned from these challenges he faced and he wants to do better. It's a choice. You understand?
He can, by rights, by franchise. He's capable. If he meets the criteria, why not? He has every right to contest. He has every right to vote and be voted for now. He's not out of place in a way. So he should take the form and probably go to his party and do the needful.
Hunger everywhere. 3 years down the line, nothing to show for. And so what is he coming down to do? What do you want to do? We don't need him. Tell the president, Mr. Man, go and rest.
Who do you need?
Of course, we need someone that can take us to the next level. What we need is someone, a technocrat, someone that understands what leadership is all about. That's what we need. Of course, we don't need anybody to tell you. 3 years down the line, this government cannot even account for one thing, just one. No development, nothing. What do we have to say?
So are you saying there's no development?
Because we've not seen any. We can see that in Lagos or Rivers or any other place. We know people that are working. So we are yet to see that 3 years down the line. So we've not seen anything.
There are so many areas that is lacking. He entered that place, immediately entered it, he fell sick, where we were expecting him to resign. He did not resign. Now he's okay, he's well, we thank God for that. But for the areas of infrastructures, in fact, you cannot really count anything. For me, he should just resign and go back and join the rest. Like Obasanjo, Babangida, who are now the elders of this land. That is my own opinion.
My intention that is to try to continue now.
It should continue?
It should continue so that Nigeria will grow. Yes, that's my own intention now. That's my intention to.
We've not seen any new thing, so we don't want it.
Really?
Yes. Well, let's see what someone else can do. If it's done 4 years and things are still the way they were before he came in, then he can't do any new thing. So let's see what someone else can do.
Oh, okay. Well, so who is that person that you think can do it better?
Honestly, I don't know. I've not seen. Maybe because I'm not taking my time to study them. Because I actually haven't taken my time to study them. But then, I haven't seen.
Really? Do you have your PVC?
Okay, no. I don't have one.
So that means you don't have that power to make decisions?
Yes, I do, because I intend to get it before the elections. I'm going to have to vote. This is going to be my first time voting, yes, but I'm going to vote this time around.
Really? Anyhow, I support him. So that's nothing we can do. I support him.
I think he shouldn't, because to me he should tend to himself more, because the weight of Nigeria is really going to really stress him more. And as someone who is advancing in age, what you should be doing right now, you should not so much bother so much about the stress of Nigeria, because right now he's not even doing what the Nigeria voted him for. He's there, and we are not seeing the effect as being the president in those countries. So,
any credible candidate that can withstand him?
For now, I don't care about party or credible. What I need is to, if you can get someone, not the party, if you can get someone who has the vision, who has the leadership skill to really rule this country, that is all we want. We in Nigeria, we vote for party, we vote for faces. Those people we are voting for have been in existence before now. So I don't believe in look for someone that is good, and if the party can do it, they can do it better.
You can dash me this?
Because it's my property.
Oh, really?
I'm a musician.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, can you sing for me?
I can sing for
you. Oh, yeah, sing for me.
My composed song or
any one of it.
All right. I love you, my darling. You are my wife, oh baby. I dedicated that one for my wife.
Well, you don't even have a lovely voice, but nice one on the street here. But the president is planning to recontest in 2019 elections. What do you make of this?
Actually, if he tries to recontest, I don't know if, because there is problem we are facing in this country.
Really? Are we facing problem?
Yeah, we are facing a lot of problem.
Tell me more.
Yeah, because For a president to go for the first time and he made a lot of promise, at the end of the day, he was unable to fulfill it. Two things are involved. One, probably because of the people around him. Secondly, Africa, we are black in nature. Though power failure day, really? Though corruption day, oh. But me, I still believe, say Nigeria, it go better.
Well, Nigeria, it go better. Nigeria, it go better. Nigeria, it go better. Nigeria, it go better. Till I come your way again with another bumper package of your darling program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Emmanuel Ajayi. Bye for now. Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much.
Nice one.
You're welcome.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people, giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Another inspiring moment on your program, The People. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. On the streets, feeling the pulse of Nigerians on topical matters. This time around, we'll be sampling the opinions on the 4th anniversary of Chibok girls who are still in Boko Haram captivity. Recall that we still have over 100 of girls who are still in the den of this Boko Haram insurgents in Nigeria. Well, let's go more on the streets to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. As I remain your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. See more on the streets.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
I think they are the...
It's left for our governments. They know what they are doing. That's just this.
When it comes to security aspects, it's not easy to tackle security aspects. During the time of the past regime, they tried, but they did not succeed. But this time around, they negotiate with them. If it were like some other state or maybe head of a particular place, it is possible they just go in there and destroy, and it will affect the Chibok girls. It will affect the children, but it has to be it has to be logically and tactically. So it is good that at least they still bring some of them, but at least maybe before the end of the regime, they can still negotiate and at least bring them back. But the only thing we need, we the masses need, is just to give them prayer. Continue praying for them that at least God should put hands into them and at least negotiate, give them the good wisdom so that the children will be back.
Concerning the Boko Haram issue and the Chibok girls, I'm still very surprised that up to this day, the government have not been able to bring back the remaining girls. Initially, I felt it was political, but it was more later I discovered that it wasn't political, it was real. I think the government and the security agency have a lot to do. They are doing politicking with the whole situation, security situation, because we have the capability, the finance, the resources to fight those people, because I feel Boko Haram are just a fraction of people. The government is very large. We have all regiments, we have all battalions to go there and bring those girls. I feel the security men, the experts should all come out. To me, to some extent, I feel it's not the duty of the soldiers alone. All the security experts we have in the country should all come out and bring a solution to the problem. If we can't find a solution to this problem, then we should call the expert. We have the money to call the expert. The question I keep asking is that if one of these generals, maybe if one of their own child is there among those people that were kidnapped, what would they have done? I just want them to, I want them to also feel the pains of what those parents, the parents of those children are also feeling.
I don't know, I think they've actually tried. Yeah, at least some girls are back. And then, I don't know, I think that's all I can say. And then they should probably put more effort in bringing the others back. But I thought they brought everybody back. Like all the
Really?
girls.
No? Some are still there.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I think they should just make more efforts in bringing them back.
What I have to say as a worry boy, still on the process of the government, we got nothing to do and nothing to say. For government to go and negotiate with Boko Haram, this, that, for amnesty, this, that, it's like they know what they're doing.
Well, for me, what I think the government should do is, I feel that there is a sabotage in the government system. I feel that there's a sabotage. So what I think the government should do is, the government itself has to be sincere and honest first with themselves, and then tackle it issue on. And the government should look into the chief's security apparatus, because I feel that there is a compromise somewhere. So until that is sorted out, then I would say, then I would suggest rather that, because there is this issue of them trying to also invest money in the system in order for them to procure more equipment. But what I feel is that until this very thing I just pointed out is sorted out, even if the government has to invest more money in order for them to curb crime, some group of individuals who always compromise will still find their way around it and make away with the money.
If they tell us the Chibok girls are being kidnapped, the last time I saw when they released those Dapchi girls, they look well fed. How can they kidnap people and they look well fed? Are they trying to tell us that the girls were kept somewhere? And who are the people feeding the girls wherever they are being kept? It sounds, it calls for more reasoning. You cannot kidnap thousands of girls or hundreds of girls at the same time. For a number of years they be there. The ones they release, they look well fed. Who are the people sponsoring them?
It's 4 years now.
Yeah.
What can you say about that?
I hope I'm not on air. Please, I don't want to be on air. But what I want to advise the government is this: they should intensify their search. They should let the military, it's like they are sabotaging the military anyway, because you cannot tell me somebody ran away from Boko Haram hideout and the person that came out of that where they are being kept cannot take the military back to where she came from. There's something fishy. There's a sabotage somewhere. You cannot tell me I was kept somewhere and I happen to find my way. I escaped. I cannot take you back to where I'm coming from.
What if the person is blindfolded?
How can she be blindfolded? Okay, when she says she's blindfolded, how did she run out of the place? She opened the blind now, the whatever they used to cover her face. She opened it and she find her way to where people met her. So she'll be able to take us to the place as well.
What I think we civilians can do is to pray for them so that they can succeed in the war front.
Are you praying for them?
I've been praying for them.
Really?
Yes.
Since when?
Since I've been hearing the story now, but I've stopped praying because I don't know anything about them again.
Why? It's 4 years now and still counting.
And they are still there.
Some of them.
God will release them now.
Can you use this opportunity to pray for them?
Yes, no.
Yeah, I do.
But I will not close my eyes.
You don't have to.
This is Riaza.
Yes.
And I will still say it again. Yeah, I will not say anything again.
I just pray for them.
Father, we pray for those that are in bondage right now. I pray that you should come and release them. You are the one that can do it. Even without you, those military the government will send there cannot succeed. We pray that you should come and help them and let them be free from their bondage.
It's a very terrible, I can only imagine what their families and their loved ones will be going through at this moment, because I'm a lady, and I know if I'm in that position, but God forbid, I know it won't be funny at all. So what I want the government to do is I know they are doing their best, but of course they can do better. They can it's not even bad if they decide to ask for help from other, countries, since from the look of things, they are doing all they can, but it looks like, some of these girls are still there, and it is not really good. It doesn't, even for girls like us, people are saying it can only happen in the north, but we never can tell. It can happen anywhere, and it can happen to anybody. So I think, as the government are doing what they can, we, the citizens, also do what? Try to help by praying. Okay? I know we have families and friends who are in the army actively doing their best. So what we can do is to pray. And if we also notice, strange things around us, like the police keep telling us, let's do our best so that security will, security in the country will be better for us and for everyone.
You pray for them?
Of course, I have been praying for them. I have been doing it.
Okay, my advice to the government is they need to beef up security in the country, especially in the northern part of the country. These girls, they need to undergo guidance and counseling, because it was a very horrific incident for them just to be kidnapped from home and all that. So there are steps, they need rehabilitation. There are a lot of things they need to do for them to come back to who they were. So
those that are still in Boko Haram custody?
The government, they need to keep trying, try their best. Like the Chinese general said, in the art of war, it's not easy to win a war. It can drag for long, but with new strategies and new approaches, and Nigeria is a big country, so we are eventually going to get over this problem. One day, we are going to squash it finally. So.
The people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Welcome back. This is how we draw the curtain on your darling program, The People. Nigeria is there talking concerning the 4th anniversary of the Chibok girls. Well, it is expected that these girls will be brought back alive, reunited with their parents. Till I come your way again with another bumper package of your darling program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Emmanuel Ajayi. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will free give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans. We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let change up. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will free give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans. We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them,
to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let change up. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
What a wonderful day, City Lagos, Nigeria. It's another episode of your darling program, The People. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi, on the streets, feeling the pulse of Nigerians on topical matters. This time around, we're talking concerning the alleged looters list released by the